Right now, if someone commits a crime, there are police officers, courts, judges, and prisons to deal with it. Laws are written down, evidence is examined, and everyone is supposed to get a fair trial. But here's a question most people never stop to think about. What happened when ancient humans caught a criminal? Not ancient Romans, not ancient Egyptians. We're going back much further than that. Thousands of years before the first cities, before writing, before governments, before prisons. Back when humans lived in small tribes surrounded by wilderness, trying to survive one day at a time. If someone stole, attacked another person, or broke the group's rules, who decided the punishment? And what exactly happened to them? The answer reveals something fascinating about how humans created justice, laws, and society itself. First, we need to understand something important. Ancient humans didn't have law books. There were no police stations, no judges, no lawyers, no prison cells. Instead, people lived in small groups of maybe 20, 30, or 50 individuals. And in a group that small, every single person mattered. If someone stole food, it wasn't just theft. It could mean another person went hungry. If someone attacked another member of the tribe, it threatened the stability of the entire community. And if someone repeatedly caused problems, they put everyone's survival at risk. In other words, crime wasn't just about breaking rules, it was about threatening the group itself. And because survival was on the line, punishments were often harsh. One of the oldest punishments known to humans was surprisingly simple: exile. Imagine living 50,000 years ago. No cities, no roads, no supermarkets, no hospitals, no technology. Your tribe is your family, your protection, and your source of food. Now imagine being told you can never come back. You are completely alone. No one will help you hunt. No one will protect you from predators. No one will care for you if you're injured. For ancient humans, exile was often worse than prison. In many cases, it was practically a death sentence. Anthropologists studying hunter-gatherer societies have found that groups often removed individuals who repeatedly threatened the safety of everyone else. Instead of locking someone away, they simply sent them away. And in a dangerous prehistoric world, surviving alone was incredibly difficult. But exile wasn't the only punishment. Ancient humans also used something that still affects us today: public shame. Humans are social creatures. We care about reputation. We care about what other people think of us. And ancient humans were no different. If someone broke an important rule, they could lose the respect of the group. People might refuse to share food with them. Others might avoid them. Their opinions might no longer matter. Today, that might sound minor. But in a small tribe where cooperation was necessary for survival, losing trust could have serious consequences. A damaged reputation could make life much harder, and everyone knew it. As human societies grew larger, punishments became more organized, and that's when written laws began to appear. One of the earliest examples comes from ancient Babylon around 1750 BCE. A ruler named Hammurabi created a set of laws that became famous throughout history. Some of these laws followed a simple principle: an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. If someone caused harm, they could receive a similar punishment in return. To modern ears, this sounds harsh, but at the time it was actually seen as a way to limit endless revenge. Instead of families fighting each other for generations, the law determined the punishment. For one of the first times in history, justice became something controlled by society rather than personal vengeance. As civilizations developed, punishments became even more varied. In ancient Egypt, criminals could be beaten, forced into labor, or punished for serious offenses. In ancient Greece, people might be fined, publicly humiliated, or banished from their city. In ancient Rome, punishments ranged from fines and exile to imprisonment and execution. Many punishments happened in public, and there was a reason for that. Punishment wasn't only meant for the criminal, it was meant for everyone watching. The message was simple: break the rules and there will be consequences. Fear became a powerful tool for maintaining order. But here's the most interesting part: ancient punishments weren't really about cruelty, they were about solving a problem human society faces. How do you get people to cooperate? Think about it. Every community depends on trust. You trust that people won't steal from you. You trust that agreements will be respected. You trust that rules will be followed. Without trust, society falls apart. Ancient humans understood this, even if they couldn't explain it in modern terms. Punishment became one of the first systems humans developed to protect cooperation and maintain order. Over time, people began asking deeper questions. Should punishment be about revenge? Should it be about preventing future crimes? Should it help people change? These questions have shaped legal systems for thousands of years, and they're still being debated today. Modern justice systems focus much more on rehabilitation than ancient ones did. Instead of exile or public punishment, many countries use prisons, education programs, counseling, community service, and other methods designed to reduce future crime. The goal is often not just to punish, but to reform. So where does all of this leave us? Thousands of years ago, a criminal might have been shamed by their tribe, expelled into the wilderness, forced into labor, or punished under some of the earliest written laws in history. The methods were often harsh because survival depended on cooperation. But those early punishments helped create something much larger. They helped establish rules. Rules created trust. Trust created communities, and communities eventually became civilizations. The next time you hear about a courtroom, a judge, or a prison, remember this. Long before governments existed, ancient humans were already trying to answer the same question we still struggle with today. How do we create justice while keeping society together? Because the history of punishment isn't just the story of criminals. It's the story of how humans learn to live with one another. And that may be one of the most important stories in all of human history.